Just gonna film this pretty much as quick as possible without rushing it. It is kind of late, but I wanted to get this done kind of soon-ish on Thursday, before new Music Friday comes out. But yeah, weekly track roundup for this week is here. We had some good tracks this week. Not many tracks were in the meh or the bad section. I feel like this week had a decent amount of tracks that were in the good section. So we have a lot of good tracks to go through. Some tracks, obviously, I thought were just okay or bad. There's only one song in the bad section, but other than that, kind of all songs were either good or not too bad. And again, let me know if you agree or disagree with my opinions. Obviously, I don't expect everyone to agree with my opinions, but yeah, here are all the tracks that I listened to that came out this week, from May 31st to June the 6th. Today's June the 6th, and tomorrow's Friday. Sounds right to me. Okay, the great section. Starting off, we have plenty of songs in the great section, starting with Next to You by Kalani. Okay, now, obviously you guys saw my reaction, and the kind of main fault I had with the song is that its length was kind of hindering me in me liking the song, but I absolutely adore the song. I still prefer After Hours, her first single, to this song, but it's just very kind of experimental, out of Kalani's comfort zone. It's catchy, I love her melody, the vocals, everything about it but the length is great. This is kind of a genre that I've been wanting her to experiment with. Obviously she does hip-hop and R&B, but kind of going the experimental route with the genre. Very, very different, but I give this song, honestly, a 9 out of 10. This song has really grown on me. I thought it was just okay when I heard it first, but I've heard it a lot right after originally listening to it. And no, it's definitely grown on me a lot. I really, really enjoyed the song. Okay, next track, we have The End, Halsey. This one is so emotional. Like, obviously, the kind of context surrounding this song is emotional, but even if it wasn't super kind of deep and everything, her vocals are amazing. I love just really, really somber Halsey songs. I find her voice sounds incredible on them. They fit her voice so well, and while this is a song that doesn't really bring anything special, just the message and kind of, I don't know, it's very, very sad, and I love her voice on this track. Yeah, I think it's sending a great message, and for anyone that's going through kind of any sickness or disease or anything like that, I feel like this is a very, very kind of tough song to listen to, which is absolutely beautiful, and I love Halsey for what she has done, and I hope she gets better with whatever she's going through. I give this song like an 8 out of 10. I think it's a really good song, and yeah, I hope Halsey keeps doing what she's doing, because, I mean, starting with this as the rollout, and just kind of bringing attention, maybe she's kind of doing a recollection of her diagnosis and her illness. That would be a concept for an album if she hasn't already started writing. But yeah, this is a fantastic and a beautiful song. 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10, I might say. Bad Villain by Bad Villain. This is the first kind of title track from this new girl group, and I absolutely love it. It's dark, kind of similar to Blackpink or Everglow, as I mentioned on the review, or on the reaction. But there's something about the drop, like, it doesn't have too many heavily electronic moments, and I think that's one thing where K-pop kind of falters, is that it goes too heavily electronic when it doesn't need to, and I feel like this kind of stays within the badass hip-hop kind of girl group sphere, while also having the classical elements, and it's sounding fantastic. Their voices sounded great, the production was stellar, music video, the budget was there clearly. This is an incredible title track. For a new girl group, I have high hopes for this girl group. And yeah, you can tell the budget is there. You can tell the focus is there. I think this is a 10 out of 10 song. Like, I've been listening to it nonstop ever since I heard it. Fantastic song from this new girl group. New Way Out by Poppy. We got a new one from Poppy. I love this song. I've only heard it once. I just heard it maybe half an hour ago, but I instantly knew it was going on to the great section. Like, It came out a couple days back, and I know I hadn't heard it, so I wanted to listen to it as soon as possible. So yeah, on first listen, these are kind of my first thoughts. Again, it sounds like a poppy song. It's in your face. The verses are very, very great sounding. It's kind of a great transition into kind of the chorus where it's all in your face and action packed, but having a different and kind of more vocal element to it. This is another one of those kind of great metal tracks from Poppy, and this is clearly a place where she feels that she can kind of find success. And yeah, the music that she keeps putting out is absolutely incredible. New kind of era we're entering for Poppy. I'm very, very pleased with this track. I give it a 10 out of 10 on first listen. I mean, Poppy is incredible, and I'm sad I couldn't react to it, but kind of plans got out in the way, and I couldn't really fit a perfect time before Friday to react to it, so it kind of had to be done here. But yeah, again, 10 out of 10 track from Poppy. Love the kind of hard-hitting elements here. Again, I reacted to this as well. Woman Commando by Ira Starr, Anita, and Coco Jones. I do plan on listening to kind of a couple tracks from the album and reacting to it and reviewing to the album as a whole, but Ira Starr has really intrigued me with her artistry. This is a very, very good blend between Anita's strengths, Coco's strength, and her strength. I love her voice, the Afrobeat. I love the kind of... There's a certain section in the chorus that I absolutely love that's kind of different from the rest. Like, there's kind of this... I don't know how to describe it, but there's this little like kind of ting that hits in the kind of part of the chorus, and it just kind of, for some reason, it's a little thing, but it changes kind of my outlook on the song. I feel like that just kind of adds some kind of element to it that was really fun. But no, this is a really groovy Afrobeat song. We have another song by Ira Starr in the mess section that I thought was still pleasant, but just okay in terms of kind of originality. But yeah, great collaboration between these three girls. Her voice sounds incredible. Anita sounds incredible. Coco sounded incredible. I love the funky kind of funkiness and the rhythm of the track. Yeah, 10 out of 10 track as well. Eminem's back with Houdini. Again, I reacted to this. The bars in here, some bars were very, very, maybe on the controversial side, but it is Eminem. So, I mean, obviously he doesn't mean it. I think he's just playing a kind of character. But again, this sounds like classic Eminem. This is where he kind of succeeds. It sounds like his old stuff. You know, it's catchy. I can constantly hear it in the back of my head just being sang. The bars are incredible. You can tell he went all out with this kind of comeback and to kind of lead him into a new era for Eminem, because it's been a while since I've been kind of this hyped for an Eminem project, but yeah, you can tell he really kind of put some effort into it, and it sounds very kind of original Slim Shady-esque. 10 out of 10 track, in my opinion. Tokischa. Tokischa, if you don't know who Tokischa is, I kind of discovered her from Rosalia. I think she's like Cuban, Dominican, Puerto Rican, something like that. But basically she does like dembow music and reggaeton. And this is a good kind of fusion between disco, kind of upbeat poppiness, and dembow and reggaeton. Again, same thing with Raul Alejandro last week. There's kind of this intense, very kind of summery, pop, disco-esque kind of 80s, 90s electronic kind of, you know, that kind of feel when it comes to late kind of the new Spanish releases, because Raul last week kind of had that same feel, and Tokischa brings kind of a similar feel, mixing reggaeton with kind of disco, 80s, 90s, that kind of vibe. I really, really enjoy this track. This one is a 9 out of 10. I mean, I could give it a 10 out of 10, but I feel like some of the songs, again, in my opinion, I like more than this. But yeah, Tokischa brings it again. Very, very underrated artist. You need to listen to her because her music is catchy. It's just fun to listen to, and yeah, I love her. The 360 remix with Charlie XCX, Robin, and Young Lean. Brat comes out tonight, which I'm super hyped about. This remix is a lot of fun. Robin's rapping and Young Lean's kind of rapping in the chorus. Youngling in the chorus fits very, very well. It kind of reminds me of Promiscuous in the way that these three are kind of going back and forth between their flows. It matches perfectly, and this is exactly what a remix should be. Fantastic remix. Charlie has outdone herself with the remixes again. 10 out of 10 track remix. Very, very pleased. So continuing on from that, we have King Kong, or Treasure's King Kong. Treasure has redeemed themselves. I find lately their title tracks have just been kind of bland, or just not as, like, they're hard-hitting, but in the sense that I just haven't been really enjoying them. This is a song that I love the kind of difference between the verse and the chorus. The chorus does have some interesting kind of production that I wasn't fond of at first, but it's a really, really catchy chorus. A very, very danceable track. Treasure has brought it again. This is a very, very fun track, and something that kind of brings out their hip-hop, I don't know, kind of feel that this group kind of really shines under. This is a very, very hip-hop oriented group, and they're kind of, at least this song, kind of captures what I think they should have kind of tried to maintain since the early days in their debuting kind of start. I really enjoyed their kind of couple of eras when they debuted. I thought that was the kind of music that I really enjoyed. And they kind of went into the more dark, kind of strong hip-hop vibe, and I wasn't really a fan of that. But this brings kind of back a catchy, mixing it with hip-hop, and but I really like this track, and it's kind of redeeming me towards Treasure and their future work. I give it like an 8 out of 10. It's a very, very catchy and very pleasant song. I think this is the final song in the great section. We have Elio. Elio has dropped a new album, and I managed to listen to a couple tracks, one in particular being A to B. I found that some of the slower tracks on our album were kind of boring, just very indie focused, a little boring, sounded like knockoff Taylor Swift, Olivia Rodrigo, and it's not to say that her kind of, that those artists are bad, but kind of just the way that it sounds so similar to it, it doesn't feel original, and kind of bringing it back to her early stages with her first kind of mixtape EP, where I kind of really started to enjoy her music. But A to B is one of the more upbeat ones, and I really, really enjoy this. It's simple, but it's catchy. It has this little kind of nice funky rhythm going on in the chorus, and I really, really dig that. It's a little different from what Elio has done before, but it's more upbeat, and I don't know, it just sounds not basic and more original, and I love to hear that. I'm going to give this track a 9 out of 10. I love Elio. Maybe a different direction for her next album, but I was a little underwhelmed with kind of the tracks that I've heard from this album. I haven't heard the full thing, but I do want to mention that some of the tracks that I heard I was a little underwhelmed with. And here we go with the mess section. We only have a couple tracks, but let's get into them. We have Last Heartbreak Song by Iris Starr and Giveon. Again, I reacted to this as well. I think it's a pleasant song. It's a beautiful track, but it doesn't really kind of break any boundaries, and I think that's fine. Just when you have a song that's kind of mellow and anything, I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. I've listened to it quite a few times after my first reaction of it. I just don't think it has any qualities that really make it great, in my opinion. I know people are going to disagree with me on that. But no, their voices are great. I just feel like it's kind of just... bland is definitely not the word, because it's not bland. It's a very, very good song. But there's a word that I just would like to kind of use for these kind of mellow and somber tracks that don't really have the kind of push to be a great song. And I think this is one of them. It's a very, very good song. But when it comes to kind of the more somber, more quiet tracks, I feel like more things have to capture my attention, and I really, really like it. This is like bordering an 8, maybe an 8 out of 10, just kind of a lot of tracks were good this week, and this was kind of the one I had to bump down, but it's bordering great. It's a really, really fun track, and I just kind of had to place it somewhere. But yeah, very good song. Kepler, I mean, they're slowly getting better. I know they're losing a couple members, but I really like this comeback. It's not fantastic. There are some flaws with it, obviously. But no, it's a very, very catchy kind of song. Sometimes it is too catchy to the point where it is a little annoying and a little repetitive, and that's kind of one of the flaws I have with it. I also felt that the production lacked, but other than that, their voices sounded good. The budget for the music video was also a little lackluster. But yeah, the actual song, had it been uplifted by the production in some way, and the chorus just kind of being less on the less on the static side of things, I think I would like it a lot more. But again, this is a very solid title track. One of their best since a while. Like, it's been a while since Kepler has had a quality title track, and this one, no, I really, really enjoy it. And yeah, I'll give it like a 7.5. I haven't listened to the rest of the mini album, but I'm really hoping that this is a very, very solid mini album, because I tend to dig deeper on it within the next couple of days, I think. Thrown Around by James Blake. I love James Blake, and this is not a bad song whatsoever. I just thought it was a little kind of, again, static. While it is nice, I feel like James Blake has had more kind of, I don't know, more deeper songs that mainly connect with me a lot more, and I love James Blake. So maybe I need more time for this to soak, but I just thought this one was okay for numerous reasons. His voice sounded good, but just the kind of song backing him up was, in my opinion, I don't know, something didn't click with me with this song, and it was just, I don't really have many words, because it's not a bad song, it's just his voice kind of carried much of the song, and it didn't really stand out to me in any way other than his voice. But again, I think it might need time to sit, as I've only heard it, I think, 1 or 2 times since I've heard it like within the past hour or two. So, I haven't really had time to soak it all in with the for the Roundup. Sorry, I literally can't speak. I'm tired. It's 11 o'clock. The bad section. This is the only bad song, and this is going to wrap up the rest of the track Roundup. And we have Wannabe Remix with Glorilla, Megan Thee Stallion, and Cardi B. A lot of faults with this song. Mentioned that in my reaction, but it's just not a very, very annoying song. I don't like the little kind of phone buzzing that goes on in the background. I thought that was very annoying, and it repeated throughout the entire track. I didn't like how Cardi's verse was at the start. It kind of feels like she was copied in there, and then the rest of the song played. Sorry. I feel like if she was used right in the middle, there could be more back and forth between it, and maybe more effort to make it kind of less than just a half-assed remix. And in general, the song isn't very good. I feel like Cardi did a good job with her bars. Megan kind of did her thing. Glorilla, I'm not used to her style of rapping. Her deeper voice and her rapping style is just something I haven't gotten really used to. But in general, I feel like the main thing that this song can be uplifted is just be a better song. Like, just the fundamentals of this song are not good. And Cardi, even with a good verse, some great bars, great melody, couldn't really save this song. I think it's like a 5 or a 6 out of 10. I just don't think this kind of fits Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B. It doesn't sound like a song that they would be on. And again, I know it is Glorilla's song, but, I feel like it has a lot more potential, but the kind of annoying buzzing pissed me off. Again, that concludes our weekly track roundup. Less songs this week just because I've had a busier week and haven't had much time to kind of listen to a bunch of new tracks, but I trust me, I kind of tried to highlight the main bigger tracks that I thought were important, and most of them I enjoyed. Most of them I really, really enjoyed. There were some that I thought were just okay, one being bad again. Let me know if you agree or disagree with my takes. Sometimes my takes are controversial, and I know not everyone's going to agree with them. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this fourth edition of Weekly Track Roundup. I can't believe it's been 3 or 4 weeks since I've done this, but like, wow. Thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos just like this so I can keep doing this and hopefully reach like monetization, that kind of thing, just more success. In general, I would love to see, just because it's been early in this channel. And, yeah, I'm proud of how this has started, and I'm hoping maybe like monetization, maybe do more creative things if the kind of subscriber count goes up, and, you know, things like that. Little things like that just kind of make me want to kind of pursue this a little bit more. And I understand content creation is like a thing you gotta persevere, because, you know, it's not a one kind of sure thing. So, but no, the support has been unreal. Thank you guys so much for the kind of support on these reaction videos, giving me your kind of thoughts and your takes down in the comment section down below. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one.